How does it work? I'm going to show you. So we talked about this already. I think, I won't beat a horse. I won't beat a horse to death. That's what I'm trying to say. So what we want to try to do is teach the skills in the classroom, and so that they generalize across to other settings. So you can teach them at playtime when they are first coming in doing exploratory play. You can work on them at centers time if you're just if you have the different activities laid out. You can work on these skills at any time throughout the day, even at cleanup time. Think of all the things we do at cleanup time. Okay, you're following 1 to 2 step directions. Okay, put it in the garbage. You can sort. You can talk about naming things. You can put in. You could take out. There's so many skill sets that are covered on the Early Start Denver model that you do just when you're cleaning up with a child, if you're approaching it the right way. If you're not just opening the lid for them and saying, not saying anything even. So you could say open, you could say put in, you could say, oh, what are you throwing away? Your cup? All that stuff. So you have to maximize on the moments and the interaction time. These are the core elements of ESDM. We're not going to belabor it, but I want you to know where it all comes from. The child leads. Through play, the child picks what and how the play is going to happen. You may set out a little garage with a road that goes down in a gas station, and you may think this is going to be the best activity ever. We're going to work on down and up, and we're going to put the cars in the garage by order of color, or we're going to sort the cars on this top of the garage, or you have it all in your head. Well, then you sit down with the kid, and the kid is like, I just want to take this hose and stick it in the gas circle and take it out, and stick it in and take it out, and stick it in, or they might just take the car and spin the wheels. That's cool. That's okay. But your job then is to take them from that spot and build their skills so that they're interacting, that that you're giving them vocabulary, that you're highlighting the different prepositions that they can be using. So that's exactly what your job is. They can lead, you can, and start you out wherever. In fact, what I generally do, set the toy out, put the cars out, sit down and wait and see what happens. And just see where it takes you. And then reciprocal communication is the other piece of it. You're always trying to get them turn-taking, whether it's in a verbal way, whether it's with facial expressions, whether it's with gestures. So it's a back and forth. It's not the child just driving the car in and out. You get into their face, you get into their life, you mess up their stuff. It's okay. They need it. Co-constructing play. So as I said before, you can never really plan with a kid what they're going to want to do. But once you know what they're going to want to do, you add a little of your elements of the play, the kid adds their elements of the play. You add a little more, they add a little more, so that they're really interested, they're really motivated, and you have a relationship. If you have blocks in a car, maybe the kid's just taking the car and rolling it here. You start stacking the blocks. The kid starts crashing the blocks down. You start stacking the blocks in a way where you make a little, curve or a garage for them to go through. Then they build more onto it. That's how it works. You're building it together. It's a lot more fun for the kid too, and you. So you're co-constructing, and then you're elaborating. You're always giving more. You're always trying to pull more out. You're always making it more exciting. And then you're always talking. You're weaving vocabulary in so that they can hear it, that they can connect it with what's happening and map the language onto the activity. And the last two, this is my fave, the big orange, is positive affect. So if you're sitting playing and you're just like, okay, roll the car, okay, put it down the hill. What? Why would I want to play with you? I mean, I see it, guys, sometimes in preschools that I go to, not here ever. But sometimes I see some boring teachers. And so I wouldn't want to play with you either. This is one of those things where you want to make it fun for the child. You want to give them praise. You want to be smiling. You want to get you want them to play with you. You know? These are like the cool kids on the playground. You want to play with you. Impress them. You know, smile at them, make noises, be cool, be fun, be the best, funnest teacher in your class. And then you'll get more interaction from the child. And then balanced communication is just basically, again, you want to give them, you're not just talking about naming nouns and items. What's this? What's that? Oh, I like that. And you're asking questions, and you're talking about different parts of language, and you're getting them to think as opposed to just name. Naming is great, but it really doesn't get you interaction. You don't go up and say, tie, shoe, glasses. Doesn't work.